Several people have been injured and displaced while 22 have died as heavy rains pounded south and central Kerala, causing floods and landslides in many parts of the state. 13 deaths were reported in Kottayam's Kottikal and 8 deaths were reported in Idukki. Heavy rains have been pounding Kerala since Friday evening. The incessant rainfall has further caused flash floods and landslides in many parts, prompting the state government to seek assistance of the defense forces for rescue operations. On October 14th, a low pressure system that developed in the east central Arabian Sea moved closer to Kerala coast. Following this, the southern Indian state began receiving heavy to very heavy rainfall ranging from 115.5 mm to 204.4 mm in 24 hours and extremely heavy rains in at least 6 of its districts since Thursday. The centre will provide all possible assistance to the people of Kerala who have been affected by heavy rains and resulting floods, Union Home Minister Amit Shah said on Sunday. Meanwhile, Prime Minister Narendra Modi also spoke to Chief Minister of Kerala, Pinarayi Vijayan, and discussed the situation in the wake of heavy rains and landslides in Kerala. Navjot Singh Sidhu, who made a comeback as president of the Congress's Punjab unit, has written a letter to Sonia Gandhi stating priority areas that Punjab government must deliver upon as called in the state's last chance for resurrection and redemption. After multiple deliberations and consultations with party workers from across Punjab and with deep understanding of the public sentiments over the 17 years of public life, I express with a lot of pain in my heart that this is Punjab's last chance for resurrection and redemption. The issue at Punjab's heart, as understood very well by you and signified by the 18-point agenda given to the last Chief Minister, are equally relevant today. I stood for each point in that agenda through the responsibility vested in me of the organization, keeping the executive under check, to be guardian of Punjab's rights, he wrote. The letter dated October 15th, which was shared by Sidhu on Twitter on Sunday, was written a day after he met Congress leaders Rahul Gandhi and K.C. Venugopal and withdrew his resignation as Punjab Congress president, saying that everything has been sorted out. As India Meteorological Department issued an alert for heavy rains across Uttarakhand, Chief Minister Pushkar Singh Dhami on Sunday requested all the devotees undertaking Char Dham Yatra to postpone the trip by a day or two. All arrangements made, alerts issued. I have spoken with Chief Secretary and all the DMs and SSPs. We ministers and officers will meet again at 5:30 pm today. We requested all the devotees undertaking Char Dham Yatra to postpone it by 1 or 2 days in wake of the heavy rains alert for 18th and 19th October, Uttarakhand Chief Minister Pushkar Singh Dhami said. CM Dhami also inquired about the situation in the state from the Chief Secretary and has directed the police, SDRF and other concerned personnel to be on high alert at sensitive places. Chief Minister has ordered for special care on the Char Dham Yatra route. 3 people allegedly involved in the lynching of a labourer at a farmers' protest site near Singhu border were remanded to 6 days in police custody as the Haryana police set up 2 special investigating teams to probe the incident. Narayan Singh, a key member of the 6th Nihang order who was arrested on Saturday from near Amritsar, besides 2 more Nihangs, Govindpreet Singh and Bhagwant Singh from Fatehgarh Sahib, who had surrendered before the Sonipat police in connection with the lynching, were produced before the court in Sonipat, which remanded them to 6 days in police custody. The police sought remand of the accused on the ground that they have to reconstruct the scene of the crime, recover clothes which the accused wore at the time of the incident, besides interrogating them in depth about the entire incident. One of the SITs headed by IPS officer Mayank Gupta, who is Assistant Superintendent of Police, Kharkhoda, Sonipat, will investigate the videos of the incident which was circulating on various social media platforms. Prime Minister Narendra Modi will inaugurate India's 29th International Airport in Kushinagar on October 28th, where Sri Lankan President Gotabaya Rajapaksa and 125-member delegation will also be present. Notably, Kushinagar is the place where Gautam Buddha attained Mahaparinirvana. PM Modi will also inaugurate an international Buddhist conclave at Parinirvana Place. The grand inauguration ceremony, which is being seen as a major conduit in the Buddhist circuit to boost tourist inflow, will be attended by Sri Lankan President, UP Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath and a host of dignitaries including ambassadors of around 15 countries to India. The airport will witness the arrival of its maiden international flight from Colombo, with the President and a 125-member delegation accompanying him on board, including Buddhist monks and pilgrims on the occasion.